all my loves out there. I hope that you guys are doing well tonight. Thank you for joining me on another segment of Wilding with Testing and Podcast. That it seems like I'm always under the weather, but let me tell you, baby, I want to talk about a spiritual warfare tonight and what it's like fighting in a spiritual warfare. And you truly have to be a discerned person, okay, to understand or understand exactly what we're about to touch bases on tonight, okay? So I have been in a spiritual warfare for years, unbeknownst to me, because back when I was young and naive, I had no clue, you know what I'm saying, what anything truly meant. Shoot, I don't even know if I really understood what it meant about Jesus and God and the creation of this world, and I can attest to that. You know what I'm saying? Being in a daze in my early 20s, not actually just having a genuine clue about any of this. And don't get me wrong, I went to church, but you know, when you're a kid, you can only pay attention to so much. And then once you start, jumping off the porch and smelling yourself and shit, you ain't listening to nothing no more anyway because your naiveness have kicked in. So you ain't listening to nobody, baby. Can't nobody tell you right from wrong because you done made the choice to be grown. So therefore, the choice to be grown mean that you limit the voices that you let guide you. And what I mean by that, honey, I'm saying you supposed the meeting, the saying, it takes a village, right? This is very well up and even when you're grown, it takes a village, you know what I'm saying? Because when you go through things, you still need that village behind you to help you know what I'm saying? Help you sort things out, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got people that you gonna call, right? Yeah, it takes a village. And so you want to keep that village with you at all times. But I ain't even gonna lie, everybody go through that little spout of naiveness. And I'm not I'm just saying we just gonna have a little taste of that. Everybody gonna go through that little part of life where they don't give a fuck what nobody had to say. They ain't finna listen to nobody and what they got to say. But they feel like, man, I've been shitted on by people all my life. So I don't feel like nobody could possibly come to me and give me anything that I want to hear. So I'm finna be nasty and rude, okay? Because this is where you're not growing at yet. You know what I'm saying? You have not grown. You still fighting, negative with negative, okay? So, yeah, I jumped off that porch, you know what I'm saying? So, I started being very, very naive and, just going through life very naively. So I did not know what it means to be spiritual until I hit my 30s. And I swear, man, y'all, if I could explain this day to y'all that made sense, I would. I literally remember it was my 30th birthday, and I was living in Florida at this point, and I promise you, man, I shit you not, when my 30th birthday come in, I'm down there by myself at this point because my birthday is during summertime. So my kids back home in Alabama visiting. So I spent my birthday, by myself after work because I did go to work for my birthday. But anyway, I'm just saying this is my 30th birthday, and I remember just crying, and I did not know why I was crying, and I'm like, thinking about it now, I was like, I shed a lot of tears on my 30th birthday, and I don't even know what I was crying for. And so something else happened too, you know what I'm saying, on my turning 30. Okay, so this is when I started paying attention to spirituality and things like that because, weird things started happening that I'm not gonna speak on yet. But I lost my cousin. Well, we both 30 years old. We both born in the same year. He was born in January, me and May. He died that year that we turned 30. So that was like a couple of months after I turned 30. So I'm into this spirituality thing, and I'm just trying to tell y'all that things started feeling different. I started receiving, bad news differently because I was already going through something anyway. I gotta go and break down this story again, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I was in Florida. talk about that at another time. It's not a story that I'm fucking proud of. I don't want to tell it, but I'm real and I'm raw. And I know that people out here is fighting spiritual warfare, and this is important. So this is why I'm talking about spiritual warfare. um, so as I was saying, baby, yeah, um, if everything felt different as soon as I hit my 30s, so I started paying more attention to uh spiritual people, spiritual leaders, pastors, preachers, ministers, I promise you anybody that was talking about God. I literally started just paying attention to what they had to say because I got a little bit more interested in the story of Jesus. Who is this man? Like, he died for our sins. Like, bro, reading into the story of Jesus and how pure that person was is kind of amazing. Like, and I've been wondering, God, if you can make somebody as pure as him, why in the freak couldn't you create the rest of us so pure like that? And so, and I'm not even gonna shoot y'all down. I try to be pure, but I can't be pure because sometimes I am around evil ass people. And when you are around evil people, this is this spiritual warfare, baby, that I'm talking about. So listen to me. When you are around evil ass people, I'm sorry, baby. Something in you is gonna activate. And okay, so we both know that being energy in this world is made up of two different charges, a positive and negative, right? You know what I'm saying? They teach us about magnetic fields and stuff like that in science class. Okay, so listen. We have negative and both positive in us, and sometimes which side, the positive or negative side, come out the most depends on your environment and who you are around and dealing with at the time. And so whenever I am around the wrong people, guys, listen to me. I promise you, I shit you not. When you are around the wrong people who do not have good intentions, baby, they activate the negative charges inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you doing stupid stuff out here. This is the spiritual warfare that I'm talking about, baby. We're going to dig into that a little bit deeper. But first, I want to talk about the topic of it, okay? The topic of it is realizing what the spiritual warfare is. And it's what you fight daily in your life. The adversities that come to you, you know what I'm saying? You're beefing or fighting and falling out with motherfucking family and shit. You're having financial issues. This is a spiritual warfare, baby. I'm telling you, honey. Everything that you believe and receive in your heart and your mind will come true. But if you don't believe and receive that in your mind, then you're gonna get the negative outcome of everything. Okay, this is spiritual warfare that I'm talking about. Okay, so yeah, being around the wrong people will bring out the negative charges in you, which I do not like that. I cannot stand it because I like to be a positive person, which I stress this all of the time on my podcast. I told you I tested a happy person. Like, look at my face, baby. I do not have a reason to fucking smile. I am very, very happy with who I am. I'm very, very happy with who God created me to be and who He created me to become and who you know what I'm saying? I am. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Or creator. He made me, baby. So, I'm not arguing with nobody about that, baby. Okay, if y'all got a problem with me, take that up with the good Lord. But back to the spiritual warfare that I was talking about. But since I am a positive person, I like to be around people who make me happy and joyful, who leave me feeling good about myself, who uplift me when I am down, who, if I ain't got it, they come and finish it, or they have it for me. You know what I'm saying? These are the positives that I crave in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with that negative stuff. I don't deal with nothing that is against me. You know what I'm saying? Because they show us in science class with the negative fields, honey, that two negatives, they retreat from each other or something like that, okay? And so the opposites attract us. However it is, I don't know. Let me look that up because I don't want to get on here and tell y'all wrong about these negative and positive charges. Yeah. I am not gonna be ashamed to tell y'all that I still to this day have to Google some stuff that we learned in school, baby. So please don't forget me. At the end of the day, I love to stay learning, and if it's anything that I have forgot, baby, I do not mind going back to it and retouching bases with it because that's how you keep your mind short. This mind got to stay short, baby. I have 6 kids. We have plans. We have a goal. You know what I'm saying? And we got to fight a spiritual warfare to get to that, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now As I was saying, they said that the opposite charges, positive and negative, attract each other, while like charges, positive, positive, or negative, negative, repel each other. Okay, so two negative um things, if somebody come around you and they are negative, they're gonna automatically make you negative. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And it's not that is your intention, but if somebody bring a charge around you and it's already negative, then they're gonna create a charge in you that is not so negative because a lot of us have not freaking worked on being calm and being in a calm state of mind when it comes to dealing with people, things, and it's just them or whatever, whatever. I'm just saying, and I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are hot headed. And I have came a long way from being hot headed. I have stressed this again on this freaking podcast about how hot headed I used to be, baby. And I clap for myself when I said that I have came a long way from motherfucking throwing them balls because I used to be quick about doing that, but I ain't trying to be that type of person no more because I can't sit here and tell y'all I'm a happy and joyful person. But yeah, on the side, I knock bitches out. Nah, I start doing that. And it don't matter if I won or fucking lost the damn fight or if it was a drum, baby. At the end of the day, I stood my grind. That's the grind with that. Don't focus on who won, who lost, because I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is, baby, I fight back. If I feel like I got to protect myself, that's what I'm going to do, baby. Because at the end of the day, it's all about protection for me standing my ground. So don't think that I'm hyping myself for to be a bad bitch because that's not what I'm saying, baby. We are on the spiritual warfare. And I was talking about positive and negative charges. Okay, now back to the spiritual warfare, baby. Okay, so like I was saying, we fight in spiritual warfare, solve the prostate map in all kinds of ways, baby. In your home, you have a spiritual warfare, man. You know what I'm saying? If you got anything going on in your home with plumbing issues, like a food, the winter is finna come up. You can't get no gas, you ain't got no heat. You know what I'm saying? There is a spiritual warfare. Okay, so the reason why I want to focus on spiritual warfare tonight and I'm stressing it with y'all is how is your mindset? Is your mindset negative or is it positive? Because I promise you that plays a part in your spiritual warfare. And I try to tell people all the time, you need a clean heart, you need a clean mind, you know what I'm saying? You got to always be positive no matter what you're going through. Man, I done been through some shitty ass stuff, y'all. But I ain't sit here and think about them fucking moments, you know what I'm saying? And literally, remember some moments in them shitty moments where I was freaking smiling and laughing and I had a little joy in my heart, you know what I'm saying? So you can be that person who goes through things, but still be freaking positive about it, okay? Because I could be that person. I have been that person. Like I said, if I'm in the right environment, if I'm right around the right people, I'm gonna get it out in a minute. If I am around the right people, baby, listen, it don't matter what I'm going through. If I'm around the right people, baby, whatever I'm going through, I don't see it as rock bottom or the end or nothing. But like how it feels now. I feel like right now where I'm at, where I'm going through is rock bottom, and I tell you why. I tell you why because I'm not around the right people because these people that I'm around don't give me positive charges. Okay, you know what I'm saying? They don't fully 100% have my back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they don't have my back at all because they do, but I'm just saying like every dip part of me. You know what I'm saying? Every flaw in me, everything that they don't agree with in me. Don't nobody 100% support all of me is what I'm saying right now in the space that I'm in. So yes, right now I feel like I'm in a negative field, but it's okay though because you know me saying that I'm a positive person deep down on the inside. I know how to pull the fucking positive over here with the negative, okay? And I won't focus on the negative field that I'm in right now, which I do know that I'm in because I'm not always waking up in the best of mood. I didn't even want to hop on this goddamn podcast tonight, but I got my ass up anyway because baby, what would be the purpose of sitting out here trying to motivate other people to get up and continue fighting through all of these damn mental despairs that we have in our life if I can't do it myself. So yes, I got my tail up, baby. In a little cocky mood and all, and it don't even matter because like I said, just push the message, test, push the message. That's all that matter. Um, If you are in a spiritual warfare right now, baby, and they can look like anything that is displeasing to you, your soul, your mind, and your heart right now, it's okay. Pray. Huh? Do you believe in prayer? I want to tell you just how much I believe in prayer, baby. Let me tell you something. It started when I was a little girl, and I cannot remember what grade I was in. I do know it was elementary, though. And I remember, man, I promise you, I shit you not. I remember praying all day that day that I hope that we had hot dogs at my home after school for dinner. And I went home to hot dogs, and I thought that that was amazing because I never talked to my mom that day about having any kind of hot dogs and nothing like that, and it wasn't taken out as that what would be on the menu. And that is normally something that back in the 90s, that is, I was born in the 80s, I'm an 80s baby, but I was raised during the 90s, right? So back in that era, it was not hot dogs or something that you usually have like when fun came around, events, family events, birthdays, barbecues or whatever. Um, you might have them in your home every now and then, but it wasn't like that to me. It don't seem like it. I always remember eating fucking beans and peas and chicken and stuff. But anyway, I prayed for hot dogs. And I got my hot dogs in there. So I did not know what a prayer was, but I was a church going gal because my family, especially on my daddy's side, is big in the church, right? So they always had us in church. So I always heard them saying stuff about prayers or whatever, but I didn't understand what prayer was at the time. I'm a little girl, but I did that. I prayed and I got my answers. So from a little girl to receive something that you prayed for, to receive that kind of magnificent gift, baby, that the prayer was answered at my small age, baby. I ran with that all my life. I promise you, I right. And if y'all do not believe in prayer, I'm here to tell you now, baby, get locked in, okay? You need to be locked in with the Bible, the Word, with God, with Jesus. I promise you, and yes, there are a lot of broken up stories in the Bibles, and there are a lot of other books that we had to get our hands on so that we could get the other stories and stuff. We still would not be able to piece everything together, I promise you. But they give you the blue script of enough wisdom to navigate life. That's all I'm saying. So I know that it's hard to believe in something that you cannot see, honey. But let me tell you something. When I cannot see, it's me ever being where I want to be in life, but I picture it all the time though. And I tell you why I cannot see that. I cannot see that because of the environment that I was raised up in and that I have always been around. I'm 37 years old. I'm still around the same environment that I remember from when I was younger, or whatever. It wasn't as bad when I was younger as the hell it is now. And so I say that I can't see myself where I want to be, but I still speak it into existence. I still get up and believe in it wholeheartedly with my heart. I still get up and pray for God for his guidance, you know what I'm saying? Because even if it's not something that I want for myself, it might be something that God wants for me, you know what I'm saying? So I tell him, God, lead me if this is what you want me to do, or if this is where I need to be in this time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? Highlight it. And let me tell you, baby, you know, this podcast is the bomb. Because when I go back and look at these videos and I listen to myself, I'm like, fuck, that's me. Like, dang, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, hearing yourself talk and carrying, you know, the kind of knowledge and wisdom and the information that I do, you know what I'm saying? They kind of make me feel good about myself. Because, like, okay, girl, you can't show these folk that your ass can put in the work and the study and that you have the wisdom and whatever, and that you can push this because you have a good heart. Your heart is pure, baby. So I mean everything that I said to y'all. Otherwise, I would not turn this camera and this light on and get on here with this facade to deliver. I can't do that. I can't even stand people that do it because I call their ass out quick. But anyway, my love, as I was saying, this spiritual warfare, I promise you, man, spiritual warfare helps you with your growth. It helps you with your personality traits. It helps you become who you need to become. Literally, man, I promise you, man, it's all kinds of things in spiritual warfare that we're bending over backwards or bending around the curve. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we don't even realize that it is spiritual warfare because, like I said, a lot of us are not that tapped in. And I promise you, I'm not here to judge you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got to come into terms with acceptance of everything on their own, just like I had to. I had to do it on my own, so I promise you it all did not come at the same time as you would think. I do know there is a child. I had big faith in what they was telling me. You know what I'm saying? That you can receive things when you're a child because your eyes just big and you listen to all the adults anyway. So you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. And if they say this shit, then it gotta be true, right? So yeah, you gonna listen to it or whatever. And so I do feel like, so that helped build big faith and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I got a little older and I could pay a little bit attention to how people are, how they move, and the things they say and make it make sense to whether or not I can receive that word or not. All I can say is, baby, when I prayed for God to take me into discernment, He did His big one. We gonna talk about that later on this week, man. I gotta tell y'all about that, honey, because I know that a lot of people think that I be tripping when I tell them that I can feel that little weird ass energy when they're around me, baby. I know when you are not right within yourself because you come projecting this shit on me. I ain't going for it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call your ass out, man. Period. You gonna feel dumb for trying to come and get close to me and trying to make me feel any type of way than what I feel about myself, baby. It just never works out. I promise you. And I have said this time and time again, baby. Don't try to piss me off because I promise you, you have more feelings in the situation than I do. And I promise you I will hurt yours. So stay away from people, man, because at the end of the day, I don't have no filter. But I am kind, man. And if I say some things to people, man, promise you that I either believe in them, I love them, I care about them, I want to see them successful, I want them to succeed. I see goodness in them. And I used to be the type of person that could, in this spiritual warfare, I used to be the type of person that could, even though people be just as fucked up as they is, I always saw the good side in them, baby. In 2024, I can honestly say that I no longer see the good in people. I see people for who they really are. And I'm walking with that for the remainder of my life. I promise you. So I promise you, walk in good aura if you ever have to come around me because I am going to feel that fucked up energy. I promise you, it's the most rigid, little messed up feeling that you could ever feel off of people, you know what I'm saying? So uneasy feeling, your anxiety up, you know what I'm saying? You might break out into sweats. You could kick some little goosebumps. Your ass gonna stand up on you, you know what I'm saying? Your stomach gonna send all kinds of symptoms. And these are the things that I said that I got to come back and jump into this week. We will be talking about discernment. We will be talking a little bit about what else I was gonna talk about earlier. Premonitions, baby, yes. I want to get into premonitions because I promise you that we have premonitions, especially if you are a dreamer and you wake up and you remember your dreams, baby. Premonitions. But anyway, we will tap into that at the end of the week. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for that conversation because right now I need y'all to tap in on the spiritual warfare, baby, to let y'all know that if you are in a warfare right now where it seems like everything going wrong for you possible, and you know that you have a good heart, you have a good heart, you know that you are pure, but you're still going through a warfare, baby. You need to listen inside that warfare, okay? You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to what is going on around you. Find out what you need to learn. Build your character up, your personality up, baby. And if it's something that you is trying to invest in for yourself, do that shit, baby. This is the time to do it. When you are going through a spiritual warfare, I do not know what it is, but it do push something inside of you to push out what you're supposed to be pushing out a little bit more. So, yeah, that's the one good thing about being in that negative field. It helps you make damn good content. It do. But yeah, before I leave out with you guys, I'm gonna give y'all a prayer because when I started going through a lot of stuff, honey, I got far away from a lot of things that I was starting with, and I can't stand it. Man, if you know that you be trying to be on a schedule or a little pattern or something with something, and then you get off course with it, man, I can't stand it. That's the most feeling ever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, hold on, babes. All right, now, let me get you pay more attention to God, the Bible, and the Word. You will be attacked, okay? The spiritual warfare will get a little bit more intense. you will start recognizing that you are in a spiritual warfare at the end of the day is what I'm saying. It is based on the idea that the enemy wants to influence a person's mind to affect their actions and get them to focus away from God's truth. That's why I tell you, I say in the Bible so that you can stay to the truth, baby, because we don't never want to live in a facade because there is a lot of danger. Now, it is my duty to get on here tonight to pray for everyone. I pray that, Lord, that whatever that they're going through, that you place your hands on them, Lord. Give them the comfort, give them the guidance, Lord. Give them light, give them hope, Lord. And please give them the motive to pick up that Bible, Lord, and get closer to you, Lord, because it is a beautiful thing. And it's something that I gracefully respect and admire. And I thank you for it every single day, dear God. I thank you for my followers and my listeners, Lord, and even if they are few by now, Lord, I know that somebody received this message. So I thank you for this.